Welcome back to the No Soi Podcast. Today we're going to look at something creepy.
All right, but before that, it is a special day. It is MLK Day. It's Milk Day.
You know what that means? No, I don't.
We get to have interracial sex. You should be fucking white women. That was his dream.
That was his dream. Why?
That was his dream.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. But
it was like he was just like, I have a dream that white women and black men will fuck, and then he got shot.
Why you pouring me? I'm right.
God. Is that what you were doing?
Yes,
that's the joke you did.
That's the joke I always make. He says, I have a dream that.
You waited all year for that.
Every year I think about
you think how he went to bat to have interracial sex.
Yeah.
And then
they assassinated him.
Boom.
But anyway, what were we talking about now? Starting off with a bang.
I'm stunned, actually.
Come on, you should have known.
I should have knew. I should have knew, but I'm still caught off guard. But anyway, okay, so there's this thing, internet lore basically, called the back rooms. And the back rooms are basicly like a glitch in reality type shit.
I'm thinking of casting.
No. No. Internet lore, not internet porn. It's different. But the back rooms are basically like, say for example, you got a weird miscolored wall, right? Mm-hmm. And everything like is like kind of a weird whatever shade of white, and this one's just slightly darker. You accidentally lean on it. You lean on it or fall into it for some reason, and boom, you're transported into another world where it's like a fucking office type setting with the fluorescent light noises going all over the place, and everything looks the same, and it's all yellow, and there's different levels and layers to this shit. So it's like an alternate dimension that you get stuck in.
So what you're saying,
and there's monsters.
So what you're saying is it's Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions, except
more boring.
Really?
Yes, it's so much more boring. It's monsters, but
I've never heard of
weird little critters. So that's why we're gonna. And I've seen this video on YouTube, and it's going crazy, right? But this is just for the people who aren't initiated. So I'm going to show you the video because it's the closest thing to accurately representing the backrooms that I've ever seen. And it's made by a bunch of young film students, so it's the coolest shit ever. So let's check it out. Right.
Let's mute this shit and skip it. Long widescreen.
All right.
Sound.
Playing now.
Camera rolling. All right, and action.
There's some dude in the suit, monkey mask.
All right, cut. That was good. That was good, guys. All right, that was good. I'm thinking we get a wide angle.
Got
and
it.
we're done.
Bad
All
acting.
right? Yeah, cool. Like how much further? Like a little more. A little more. Yeah. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Hey guys. Hello? Someone there?
Fucking white people. Hello?
Why are we crying for? That's white people shit.
That's white people
That's some
shit.
white people shit.
Can anybody hear me? Hello? Damn it. What the hell?
The fuck is that?
Somebody wants your attention, brother.
The fuck?
What is this place? This isn't real. This isn't real.
What the fuck?
You gotta be kidding me.
Fuck was it?
That was just a indie film, like on the back rooms.
One of the back rooms.
Yeah.
That's kind of like...
I was like, because I was thinking that shit's fucking good. That's pretty well made. I don't know.
Yeah,
Am I tripping or not?
No, that's well made.
It's
kind of like there's no exit. It's kind of like up was down, down.
Yeah, down was down was up. Yeah, it's a weird little alternate dimension you can get locked in accordingly. Apparently, my bad. Yeah, trippy, man.
That reminds me of like the whole. I don't know if it's SCP, SPC.
Oh yeah, SCP shit. Yeah,
all with the cryptids and
with all them little monsters. Yeah, it's a lot of
dimension monsters, shit like that.
Yeah, internet lore is kind of crazy. You got scared about
that shit? No, that shit came out of nowhere. That shit came out of nowhere.
Like they built suspense up perfectly.
Yeah, good.
They did a good job. They did a
and I'm skittish. So
oh, you were? I didn't know that.
I don't do hard. I don't see it. Fucking almost falling and shit. I don't do good with like fucking suspense horror. I don't do.
Oh man, I love me some good horror.
I don't like horror at all.
Horror.
Whew, all right.
But yeah, intense. If any of you haven't saw it, the link will be in the you know what, in the you know where. And yeah. Yeah. But yeah, click my you know what. But yeah, the link is gonna be down there, and check out the video for yourself. But yeah, man, I knew you would like it. I was like, that shit was cool.
Because I was gonna watch it. Like I was gonna watch it when I got home.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Let me save it. That was, yeah, man.
Yeah, and
great jump scare.
Right, great jump scare, and that's why I had to give you the little background of it. Like, this is what the back rooms are, because some people just might be like, "What the fuck do you mean? The back?"
I thought fucking
casting couch. Yeah, you thought the stupid ass porn. That's super not rehearsed.
No, it's not rehearsed at all. It's all
authentic.
All real.
I used to eat that shit up.
Like Fake Cassie and Bang Bus and what was it? Yeah, Fake Cassie. The first Bang Bus was the original. What's the other one?
Oh man! Speaking of Bang Bus, remember that one dude that was a YouTuber that went on there and he had like ED real bad. Like he couldn't get it up, and they would kept trying to. Do all these things. Oh,
he's a YouTuber?
Yeah. Little swole white dude. But you wouldn't know he's a YouTuber unless somebody told you he was a YouTuber. Yeah. It was just that one. Trust me, you'll look it up. Bang Bus ED. Yeah. And you can't miss it. It's a white dude. Cog Diesel. Yeah, one of those quote unquote alpha ass dudes.
Alpha males.
Yeah. So alpha, his dick
doesn't work. My dick don't work, man!
Look at me, man. I'm not funny. I steal jokes. My dick don't work, man. I got to piss in a plastic bag, man. I got no dick.
My dick don't work, man. Come on, man. Come on, just get it. Just get it, man. Just get it.
Nah, man. Oh, shit. Might as well talk about fucking ED, erectile dysfunction.
What do you want to talk about?
ED happens to all men at some point, right? I think we don't talk about it enough as men because it's like a stigma. Like, my dick don't work. My dick don't work. I'm inadequate. There's multiple reasons that your dick don't work. Right? It's just, for the most part, for younger men, it's usually you're stressed or
anxious,
or you get worried about performing, and then it backfires. Those are usually things that are fixable.
Or you're really inebriated.
Or you're inebriated. Well,
like being super drunk can have
women like the Henny.
I know, but it can have one or two effects. Mm-hmm. Either one, you're gonna have stamina for days and be amazing. Or two, it's just not gonna work. It's just,
as he says, pushing that rope in there. Just like trying to like
Oh, baby, trust me. I got lint to make up for the fact that it's ropey. I'm trying to tell you.
No, but that shit happens as a man. Like it's something that we tend not to try to talk about because we're too macho. But that shit happens to every man at some point. As long as it's not, I would say 85% of it is curable. There are some people who just have like legitimately erectile dysfunctions, but usually. If you're having stuff like that, it's usually a heart issue, so you should get that checked out.
Yeah, especially if it's regular.
If it's regular, something's wrong with your heart, or
your lifestyle.
Or remember, your dick is just too big because you can't.
Oh yeah, it's blood flow.
Blood flow. It's another blood flow thing, but probably not that. But
there's a few people where it's like that.
It's
too big and they can't get the blood down there.
Oh shit.
And then their lifestyle, drugs, alcohol, or whatever, just isn't. It just isn't conducive to having proper blood flow throughout your body.
Yeah, and then being overweight too.
Being overweight.
It definitely contributes to having ED. Shit. Speaking of that shit, I'll never forget. I had my shit not get up one. No.
I just thought of a story.
Twice with the same girl, right? Because I've told him this story. Girl I was dating and like. Super indecisive, and she would just stress me the fuck out. And it was just like, it got to a point where I just didn't want to have sex with her. And when we did it, like, I just wasn't, because I wasn't aroused and I wasn't excited. And like, I tried, and it was just like.
You had to force it, and it was shit.
It was force it as a shit, and it was just like, it got semi-hard, didn't get fully hard.
Oh, I got one of those, like, semi-flacids.
Yeah, semi-flacids. But. Shit happens though, man. Shit happens. But as long as you're in good health, it's not really something you should be worrying about. Also, like in this, even when you have it, if it's a performance thing, just you kind of have to trick yourself into not thinking about it because that's just going to make it worse.
Or you're just probably not compatible with whoever you're trying to have.
Yeah, that's another thing people don't realize sometimes.
Like sometimes, like guys don't really think I can't be incompatible with somebody to the point like your body knows when you don't like a person.
It does.
Your body will straight up react without you even knowing sometimes because it's just these things.
When your body will react, your body reacts, especially when you're with a girl.
Like say for example, if you're with a woman and you really don't like her, your body will react one of two ways. It will either not perform, your dick won't work, ED, whatever you want to call it. Or you will perform, but very quickly.
It'll be
like
shit.
you just want to. Your body just wants to come and go, and you will be like the most minute man because you're just not. You shouldn't be in that position to begin with. And but yeah, the ED thing happened to me once with somebody I grew up with, who I was really excited to hook up with, and I was just like. I was super geeked up, man. I was so geeked.
Yours was overexcited.
Yeah, mine was overexcited, and I was just so excited. I was like, yes, finally. I gotta do everything right. And then I was like, this is what. And
he's like,
And then
you disappointed me.
And then, he disappointed me.
Go home and commit seppuku.
Commit Sudoku. And I sat there and filled out my Sudoku. But, it was just a bad timing, probably too excited. It wasn't whatever. But, of course, me being me, I was like, maybe if I slept with someone else.
That's your answer to everything.
That's my answer to everything. Maybe if I sleep with someone else, then why? And then, boom. Back to, back to business as usual. But
then, if it's with the compatibility thing, because your body will do the reverse too. Because like I know, like sometimes it's just a chick you trying to hook up with or you really like and you want to have sex with her. Like your dick is hard. Anything she says,
anything,
the slightest touch, your shit is hard.
She raises your shoulder.
It's just that was me this fucking weekend.
You this weekend?
Like I said, I haven't seen her in like a month. And it was everything. I was just like, man.
Oh, really? So you was just Cocksure.
I was like,
ready to go.
But that's the thing though. Like your body knows.
Your body knows.
Your body really knows.
Yeah, I do. Oh man.
How did we get here?
Because we was talking about Kanye West skit.
Oh yeah,
on South Park, and then we went on the whole ED tirade.
But don't young man, don't overthink it.
Well, if you're young and going through ED, don't overthink it. Especially if your lifestyle is kind of healthy.
It's here. It's majority here, and you're gonna psych yourself up to where
But like I say, but if you're like doing all sorts of drugs
and overweight,
just clean yourself up and eat right,
exercise,
work out. Things will work out. You don't really need all these supplements because this big pharma is just like everything is a kit. It's like a bunch of pills for a kit. Because you get this pill, it makes something else go wrong. Then you're gonna need another pill for whatever went wrong. And you're gonna need another pill for that. It's all a vicious cycle. So if you can do this and let your body heal itself, then that will be for the best.
And like I said, exercising, because another issue could just be testosterone. Like, because from having
straight up
bad eating habits, not drinking enough water, not getting enough sleep, your testosterone is going to plummet, and you're not working out. Like that's how you get. That's how you, especially when you get like young men, 20s. You're full of cocksure, like 30s and older. It's like you gotta make sure you're like working out and keeping up. Yeah, like obviously you're not gonna make as much testosterone as you were as a teenager,
because those 30s hit you.
You want to consistently maintain testosterone, but some people have where they need testosterone replacement therapy, where their body just doesn't make testosterone. That's a whole other thing.
You want to get into that?
No, because that's more. No, but because that's more like because I don't want to
give out misinformation.
I don't know too much about that, but
fair enough. That's the reason to not dive into something. Fair enough.
There you go. Segue into that. So if you've seen this before, we're martial artists.
Speaking of testosterone, being a former martial artist, we know a thing or two about testosterone.
And for some reason, people off the street just always want to come in.
Professional.
Current people off the street always want to come in. I'm a street fighter. I want to fight you. Like,
what fight? I've been boxing on the street for 7 years.
I had 250 knockouts.
No, you haven't.
No, you haven't. And if you're on the street and you're fighting on the street, you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're dumb.
You're just beating up civilians.
Right? So,
stop beating on civilians.
No need to beat on civilians, right? So,
no need to beat them up.
We're gonna look at this video of what happens when you're a street fighter and you talk shit to a Muay Thai coach or someone that's doing Muay Thai. Not Muay Thai, but this is Muay Thai. But a martial artist that knows what the fuck he's doing. Right?
That's not Muay Thai.
Well, no, there's other martial arts.
Oh, yeah, I know. There's a lot of martial arts.
Page.
You can tell.
Takes that leg kick.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And then,
it's done. That leg kick hurt him, too. You can tell.
The leg kicks fucking work.
Yo! They hurt like
people don't understand. They think that it's like...
They think like it's just a tap and you can bounce back from it. But someone kicks you in your shin solid enough... Feels like your whole
shin
shatter. It feels like it's gonna shatter. Like it might as well had. Especially if you get kicked hard enough to where it makes one of those big old knots.
Yeah. And then now you gotta kind of roll it out and wait for it to go down.
You gotta.
So word of advice is never come off the street and go into a gym thinking of Muay Thai gym or kickboxing gym, boxing gym, and thinking you're tough and trying to spar. I hate guys just I just want to come in and spar.
I know how to fight.
So what happened is
they got lucky a few times.
Then they're gonna go too hard, and if they're going with some experience, they're not gonna want to listen when they get warned, and then next thing you know,
the experienced person gonna knock you out.
They're gonna because you're gonna hit
them. If they go with someone who's not experienced, they're gonna just hurt the experienced.
Then they're gonna hurt someone because they're just like
yes, they're steady wilding. Yeah,
So word of advice: don't do it. We've seen it multiple times.
We have.
Coming into the gym.
Yeah. Didn't my cousin get like beat up too doing that?
Did he?
No, he didn't get beat up, but he came in trying to be like, yeah, I'm a street fighter, and then Mike had him roll around. And
he choked his ass out.
Yeah, he was winded like immediately.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
and I was like,
Oh, that was your cousin. I thought it was Quincy's friend.
Quincy's friend? No. That's Quincy's friend. I'm talking about my cousin. It was another day.
Okay,
another day entirely.
Yeah, because
but same results.
Same and he just tried to
same results
because like straight legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he's just this dude's just was talking shit because one of our friends and fighters, Quincy, like was telling him this like, hey man, you shouldn't be talking all shit. He's like, martial arts, one of those people, but martial arts ain't shit. It's fake, like it's fake. You ain't fighting. And then he's like, oh okay, well and then
come on,
Coach Mike he's a quiet man.
He's a quiet man, but he'll beat your ass.
He's like, okay, well come on the mat. All right, he grapples. She did that hood nigga shit. Tried to go for a takedown. Thought he got Coach Mike because he just went on his back.
Yeah.
He was playing with him, so he got him in the Kimura. He's like, nah, I don't want to do that. This is so you got the arm and then like fucking all this shit, right? And he's like, let's switch to a triangle. Had him in a triangle. Like this dude was about to tap. But like, nah. Kicked him over and just caught him in the arm bar. He's like, you give up, you quit, you got tapped. He's just like,
I had enough of this.
I have enough of this. This is not. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Winded and tired. Quincy's like,
rolling will take you out, man. Especially if you're conditioning.
Jiu-jitsu, man.
Jiu-jitsu's like crazy.
Jiu-jitsu conditioning. But then
there's different conditioning.
Yeah, because Muay Thai conditioning is different from Jiu-Jitsu conditioning.
Jiu-Jitsu conditioning is different from karate conditioning.
Yeah, it's different because you're working different muscles. I tell everyone like this: Jiu-Jitsu conditioning. When you're done doing like if you're doing like an hour class, 2 hour class, and you're like after you're doing everything and then you're grappling for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or even an hour, however long you're grappling. When you're done. After you're grappling, it's a whole body tired. Yes. It's not that you're out of breath. It's just your body's exhausted
because you've used muscles that you never used.
All types of muscles, right? Yeah. Unlike Muay Thai, karate, boxing, where it's more lungs.
Yep.
It's a lot. Like it's just your lungs are just on fire. It's a different kind of tie. It's a different.
These are different essentially different workouts entirely. Mm-hmm. They wear you out in a different way. Most workouts will wear you out, but they work you different.
Yeah, because jiu-jitsu, remember, you're on your back a lot, and you're pushing and pulling and having someone's weight on top of you, and you're doing different things. Muay Thai, unless we're in the clinch or in the plum, we're really here, but more, like I said, it's more lung, more because you're constantly moving, throwing stuff, you're building up the air and breathing and lung and those conditionings for you to be able to kick harder, faster, stronger, longer.
It's just like the difference between somebody who does calisthenics all day, like doing a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, and everything, and somebody who just power lifts, somebody who's lifting 200 pounds all over the place. It's just a different kind of workout. Still workout, but a different kind.
It's a different kind of workout.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, wait. Did we ever talk about how we found Fonseca Martial Arts to where we wound up meeting each other on the cast?
No, we haven't.
Do you want to go first or me?
I'll go for it. Well, because we... Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
Oh, fuck, man!
Why do we like this?
Why do we like this?
I don't know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out.
We found I found Fonseca Martial Arts in Evanston. I was going through, I was fat as fuck. And it was college and then had some issues, not really issues in college, I just gained a lot of weight because I was playing Call of Duty and, eating like shit, right? And then I went to go see the movie Ong Bak with my brother. Before this, all I knew about Muay Thai, like everyone else, was Sagat from Street Fighter and Joe Higashi from Fatal Fury. like King of Fighters. That's it. I just knew, all right, whatever. You know, I didn't really know much about it.
Right.
And then as I seen the movie on Bach, I'm just like, man, I want to fucking learn this shit. It's like, it's like knees and it kicks and like, that shit is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, man, like I really want to learn this because I don't like working out because it's boring. In order for me to work out, I have to find something that I find fun and something that I can do. So
it gotta excite you. Yeah,
so I'm just like, all right, let me look up Muay Thai. And then there's one place that was far as fuck from me. And then there's another place, Evanston. There's Evanston Box Gym who did Muay Thai, but I looked at it and I was like, I don't think I want to go there. I mean, great, good students, great school, but I didn't know any better, so I was like, all right, I don't really want to go there. And then me and my mom drove past Fonseca, and I said, Muay Thai, I got to call. And this is when I didn't have a lot of self-esteem and shit like that. And like I called. And then
you got a Muay Thai class?
Muay Thai, I was interested in the Muay Thai class. And then like who picked up? I get John's ex-wife picked up, Melissa. And she was just like, I don't know what you were saying, but if you're talking about Muay Thai, you can come in and try. Yeah, because remember that? Yeah, because back then the trial class was a week. You could try the trial class for a week. You know, if you like it, you know, sign up. And then like, shit, I did my first Muay Thai class, and it was a fucking wrap.
Can I do Muay Thai?
And no, because I didn't meet you until a couple months though down the line.
Because I didn't start off at
no, you were in.
I was in downtown. So okay. You done with your story, or?
Pretty much. Also, if you're ever anywhere in Chicago, if you're looking for real good traditional Shotokan karate, Fonseca martial arts is probably the best place.
Oh yeah,
like John is
legit.
Awesome.
He's legit,
like legit. To this day, it's been 14 years.
It's been I can.
I would say 10 years since I probably trained with John.
Yeah,
but like still, and
oh man, John.
He has a bunch of schools all over Illinois. So if you're looking for good karate that actually works, Fonseca martial arts.
Yeah, okay. John is like 10 years older than you, or
no, he's older than that. John has to be.
He's in his 40s now.
40s, late 40s.
Yeah, but he was like only 10 plus years.
Yeah,
so he's like a big brother, father figure to me, right?
Him and mine, yeah.
After a point. Now, John's the one that kind of hit me hard when I walked off from the scene. But so my story is around 17, 16, I took a little kung fu class. It was like in the YMCA in the hundreds in Roseland neighborhoods, if you're not familiar with Chicago. Anyway, that was just a few months. I learned a very little shit about kung fu, right? Didn't really take too much back from that. So, fast forward a few years, I'm like 19, 20, right? I'm walking around downtown because at this point in my life, I was like out of high school. I got out of like trade school, like for heating and cooling, and I couldn't find a job there because the market crashed.
Oh, that was
that was when the market crashed. So I couldn't find a job, and what I went to school for and graduated at the top of my class for, I couldn't get a job because I didn't have 10 years experience. but anyway, so I'm just walking around downtown because that's something I did to pass the time at that point in my life, and I look up and I'm like, to see the little logo with the karate
guy.
Yeah, the karate guy. And doing this.
Yeah, secret punch.
Anyway, so I was like, karate class, cool. I open the door and I walk up there. I'm just like, let's see what it's about. Nobody was there, and they said had the list scheduled. So I was like, all right, I'm going to come here. The next day they're open. Went there and met John. He was a real cool dude. He was telling me all this shit about him being in the Olympics and everything and all the magazines. And I was like, whatever. Southside boy. I don't believe you. You need more people. but then I started training and shit. I told him like my condition is probably shit because I got sickle cell and shit. But, he was real kind and shit. He worked with me. There was like some weird German dude who was working out there too and a couple other, people. But I wound up working out there, training there for like 2 years.
Oh, I know.
Like straight up. And then he was like, and then even sometimes Mike would be there, and then I would have to train with Mike by myself. So I would have one-on-one classes with Mike. Mike would roll his eyes. And I did start fucked up. But anyway, John wound up moving. Fonseca martial arts. So since it was very unorganized and I was just learning like straight up combat, like I was learning how to spar and shit. I didn't learn none of the katas until John shut down the shop downtown, and he was like, "Hey, if you want, you can come to Evanston." And I was like, "Bet, I'm coming." Because I was already on the train. I was already in the code. I was already in the karate code. Karate's the best martial art ever.
I was already in the karate code.
So I would go from the south side of Chicago, get on that green line, get off the green line, get on the pace, get on the metro, take the metro to Dempster and get off. And I was right there. No, yeah.
Why don't you take the red line all the way down?
Because it was free. I got disabilities.
Yeah, you take the metro. There you go. Yeah, the metro drops you off right there. Yeah, because it's there.
It's just like the purple line.
Right, yeah, because the purple line's here and the metro's on the other side. Yeah.
So the metro or the purple line would have worked. So whichever one was most convenient. Anyway, I would get down there and John introduced me to everybody, but I knew John and Alyssa, so everybody else was kind of cool. And it was just a good old time. I started learning my katas, and he's like, "Hey man, you're technically already a such and such belt, but you kind of need to go through the ring." Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is lame. But I tried to do it. You know what I mean? As much as I could. Yeah, man. He would invite me to like the schools out to these little brunches or dinners or brunches and shit. It was really cool, man. John had a really nice setup back in the day. And, he made this speech one time talking about some, he's like, yeah, here come, and he referenced me, he's like, I didn't know, he's like, here comes this kid off the street, little kid. No, he didn't say black kid.
Doesn't sound like John.
And he's like, here comes this little kid off the street talking about some, hey man, I want to take karate. I want to do karate. I want to be real serious about it. He's like, I didn't believe him. He's like, I didn't believe him. But he showed me through consistently, like he kept coming. And now he's one of my favorite, like he's up there. He's like Bruce. He has sickle cell. He comes all the way from the south side to train. He's very dedicated, and I respect that. What's up? And he gave me a little shout, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, you make my heart smile." Yeah, and that's why I was like, he's kind of a big brother / father figure, because he would always look out for me. And then I start a few months after I was training with John, though, because he would even let me like run the class through some warm ups and some exercises and shit. That's why he was like, "Bruce, if you need a job, I got you.
You would eat it."
And I'm a retard.
You would eat it.
I was retarded.
You would eat it.
Yeah, me and Eden. We had opportunities to
that means
work
you guys
karate.
could have been like running the karate.
Yeah, I could have been doing the fuck out of karate right.
And then even if you guys want to break off and start your own thing, like John would have helped you guys out.
Because I was actually already there. I just technically wasn't a black belt. Like even when we was competing and shit, I was competing against like people who were brown belts, even though I was a yellow belt, and I was just like, this is dope. I was surprised that I kind of held my own. You know what I mean? I was like, I should get destroyed, but I didn't. And that's what I was like. I was like, holy shit, I'm a lot better than I think I am.
Yeah.
But those mental hangups. But I met you guys and we started doing the Muay Thai and shit, and it was just a good time because a lot of the people who were sparring in John's class were old, middle-aged, or too young for me to have like a real sparring match with. So you, Eden, and like anybody from the Muay Thai class were the ones I actually had a fun sparring match with. But you're still gotta take it easy on each other. Yeah. But yeah, that's like John was always the man. Like, even when I told him I was having my first kid, BJ, he looked out for me and got some baby stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, fuck, John. You make it hard for me not to leave. But I'm about to because I need to be a family man.
Like Kyle said.
Like, I'm about to be a family man.
Be a family man.
That was a hard choice, man. I was so mad. I was so salty. I was like,
yeah, it's
because it was a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. I remember Coach Mike telling me about that. He's just like, people are going to have kids, and it's different when you have kids. And it's like, I ain't got no kids. But
I ain't got no kids.
But, but I didn't know. I didn't know all that. So you learned something. So,
John was like the homie, man.
Yeah, John. So even like the few times I ran into him, it's always been, always been love.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, it's, because he's like,
and that's why I'm like really glad his shit is like booming, franchised out. I'm like, yes. Yeah, couldn't happen to him. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, that's how it should happen to people.
Yeah.
It should definitely. And same thing, like with me, Coach Mike was like that big brother.
Yeah, big brother figure. I didn't have too many one-on-ones with Mike.
I had a lot of one-on-ones.
Well, I did have a few, but
down the line, but that was
not much meaningful bonding.
That was it's hard to bond with him.
It's hard to bond with him.
And it was meaningful in his own way.
It was all meaningful in that Mike way. That's so weird.
In that Mike, because I know like Mike, like I said, same thing. Like Mike looked out for me. Definitely looked out for me a lot.
Yeah, because you was homeless, bro, a long time.
I was homeless, bro, and I wasn't really homeless.
You wasn't really homeless,
but like it was just like because I've told him like I had a pretty lower middle class upbringing. Never really wanted for anything. Mom did the best she could as a single mother. Three kids. Father passed away when I was young. So like I can honestly say I've never really been through hard times. Just hold it in. I know you want to say something about Vietnam. Just hold it in. Hold it in.
I'm a man. I can hold it in.
Camille's a man's name. And I'm a man.
Camille's a man's name, and I'm a man.
You gotta find that clip.
But go ahead.
So
you just tickled.
It's hilarious. But there's a point in time where like it was just like I had lost my job. My mom wasn't really making enough money. And we were taking care of like my grandma, and like we legitimately didn't have heat or gas like during winter. And usually it's legal for them to turn off your heat and gas during winter, but this was before winter came around and like they had turned it off. So like we didn't have heat or electricity. Because we had one, we lost the other. Like because we ended up losing the electricity, but we still had heat, and then we lost the heat. The heat and gas, and you still had electricity. So it was like some months of just going through just some rough shit, like not being able to take a shower on a regular. And Mikey, because Mikey lives around the corner, like he'd just come over, like I was able to take showers, and he would feed me. He would feed me like a little straight puppy.
Like here,
but he always he took care of me. Like if I needed anything, he was always, but we don't really ask for shit.
We don't, yeah.
But we're two fucking men. We're two manly men.
We can do it on our own.
But sometimes you have to.
You need help.
You need help
sometimes. It's okay.
You definitely need help.
You're not an island.
No. And he definitely like helped me out. He was the one that actually got me like my first Muay Thai teaching job, like through him. Like he was the one that's like, hey, just come up here and just train, and it turned into just like me start. This is a while ago. Me start teaching classes at this place off Wrightwood. I was teaching Muay Thai classes. Didn't have a job, but like that was an extra.
Didn't have a job.
That was like an extra 100, 120. Like every weekend that's a lot when you ain't got no money. Yeah. Like I can pay my phone bill and eat. Like fucking, I got transportation. That's
we're having food tonight.
We're having food tonight.
Boy.
Yeah, and then he's the one that I would say I owe my lifestyle and the path that I take to Coach Mike. Because if it wasn't for him, I would have took a completely different path. I'd probably be dead just for being fat and obese, honestly. I'm being honest.
I don't think you'd be dead. You'd be surprised how long fat people live.
I'd just be
You'd be like my 600-pound life.
Yeah, I'd probably be. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny.
They had to cut you out your apartment.
Yeah. It could have went definitely south. But then, he left and disappeared, and
and then you were left without father.
I was left without father. But I do. You know what I want to do though? I want all the old school kung fu samurai movies when the master leaves. I gotta go find him and fight him.
Yes,
I have to find him and fight him.
Mike's pretty big dude.
He's big. He's a big dude. I know.
He's like he's my height.
Taller, he's 6'3".
6'3". Yeah, he's like my height and well built.
6'3". I'm gonna send you pictures so you can insert it.
Yeah.
Coach Mike, he's like,
yeah, like
6'3". Well, I don't know what he's at now, but last time I seen him a couple years, he seemed like he's in a really good shape.
He's still in really good shape.
Because usually walks around 200, but this is muscle. I remember he got it on 185.
Jesus,
200
200 in muscle, huh?
But it's because I have to.
Like, if I have to fight Mike, that'd be I
have to.
That'd be hard.
I have to. Not really. I'm not we're not fighting to the death.
I'm just challenge him. I'm just saying it's still going to be hard.
Oh no, I'm not saying it will be easy.
That's going to be hard.
It would, because he knows everything that I know. He taught me everything that I know.
I
picked up some stuff over the years.
Can I fight dirty if I fight Mike?
No, but like a sparring session, legit. I would if I found him again. I'd want to do a 5-round sparring session.
Can I be there?
Yes,
please. I need to be there. I need to see this through.
I want it in some old school I'll find a clip from you when
holy shit
when Ryu goes to fight his master Goken, and the Goken's sitting there and there's candles around.
You and Eden are you and Eden are like every martial art movie where there's a sensei that disappears. We got 2 senseis that disappear, and it's the 3 students left over, and they had to pick up the pieces of their lives. Yep. Eden's doing whatever he does. Whatever.
Military, boxing, all types.
He's doing whatever he wants. He was living like a white person.
I'll never forget that motherfucker just randomly ran from Evanston, right? Look this up. He ran from Evanston all the way to the lake, to Buckingham Palace and back.
And back?
Yes.
Fuck is wrong with him? Shit. White people, yo.
That boy got some cardio though. He's always had hella cardio.
He always had hella conditioning, yo.
Yeah, he always had hella conditioning.
He would be wet as hell from sweating,
but just
he's always ready to go.
Just amazing.
Jesus Christ, it was hard to keep up with.
Amazing conditioning.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
He's hard to keep up with. So Eden's doing whatever he's doing. You're still
teaching,
coach and teaching,
and
I'm just dicking around,
passing on the art to other people,
and I'm just being a drug addict or whatever I am.
A drug
addict. Yeah,
I'm trying to
throw him out of hiding.
Yes,
we tag Fonseca Martial Arts. We found how to get our senseis back. Through our platform, which isn't much of a platform. It's not. But we're 20 strong, bro. Mm-hmm. We're 20 strong. Mm-hmm. That's 19 because one person got offended. We're 20 to 19 strong.
19 subscribers, baby. What? That's a lot more than I thought.
Just a lot more. Yeah.
I thought, we're gonna see 2 subscribers the whole time. People we know.
Yeah, but in fact, we know a lot more than 2 people.
I know, but I'm just saying, people get offended. People get really, really offended.
Yeah, but apparently our humor is
people love it.
Apparently we're hilarious.
People really like it.
We're hilarious, and they will quote everything we say.
This is true. I was watching Law and Order. I watch a lot of Law and Order. I fucking love Law and Order.
What about Law and Order?
And You brought this up when people will be like, "Oh, well, why you watch Law and Order? It's fake." I'm like, "Yeah, but the stories are about real fucking people."
Oh yeah, they're based on
real fucking people.
My Camille, she will never write it down. She's like, "Yeah, Bruce, you can't tell me that one episode where it's about a rich dude with an amusement park who lures children in."
Michael Jackson.
You can't tell me that ain't him.
Oh, they did the Rihanna and Chris Brown.
They did?
Yeah, there's some years ago where she's like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah.
Like, yo. I love it. It's like, it's so subtle, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's subtle, but they do be basing it off of real crime.
And
true crime.
Especially, like, the funny thing, Law and Order, well, SVU, because that's the one that's still on. Like, the creator's name.
So many.
The creator has the greatest name ever.
The greatest name.
Dick Wolf.
And then we black out the screen. Oh, shit.
Dick Wolf.
Like, come on, man. Like, imagine his son's name.
Oh, Wolf is not a bad last name.
No, his son's going to be named Penis Dog.
Penis Dog. I mean, but Dick means Richard, so Richard Wolf.
Dick Wolf.
Yeah, Dick. But I don't know how Dick became Richard.
Dick become Richard?
I don't know.
It's just kind of like I hate how like Jim is short for what again? Like Barry?
Some shit like that.
Something with a B.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. Like them names being
like
I used to remember some of the shorter names. Like Will is short for Willard.
Mm-hmm.
Bill is short for William. There you go, Bill. There's the one.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's the one.
Bill,
get down here.
Bill.
So that means my cousin's nickname is Bill. Bill. What are you doing, Bill?
Bill and I, the science guys.
Bill.
I'm Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill. I didn't know we were gonna do it. But you can't. I was like, yes.
But that's the best part. Okay, that's the best part of Bill Nye's song. Mm-hmm. It's the random dudes that just get hyped. Bill. Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Man, remember that? Man, you know you're getting old when Bill Nye says "fuck" on the internet.
Yeah,
and he was going ham on all the flat earthers and what else? What other bullshit people were buying into? Flat Earth and something else.
Yeah, speaking of
creationists.
Man, R.I.P. Bob Saget, man.
Really?
You know Bob Saget passed away?
Yeah, I know he passed away, but you really gonna rip Bob Saget?
Hell yeah, what you mean?
Was he your childhood?
No, Bob Saget from, because
American Funniest Home Videos.
That too, but I'm saying from the
Full House?
The greatest line in any movie.
What?
You in here for some marijuana? I used to suck. Marijuana isn't a gateway drug. I used to suck dick for coke.
Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him. That's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana?
Who this man?
Oh, that's
you gotta interject that one.
Okay.
Like, we can't forget Dumb and Dumber. There's shit everywhere.
Damn it! There's shit on the windows. Oh my god! My house is full of shit. He shit everywhere. Look what he did. He shit all over the wall.
Shit everywhere. And like I didn't know that like Bob Saget was like really fucking raunchy, and that's what caught me off guard.
Yeah, I didn't know.
When I heard his comment, it was like, this motherfucker, this pussy ass. Like I was like, whoa.
It's kind of like you hear Bill Cosby's comedy.
Wait. Old? I thought it was always PG.
No. I thought his old stuff had some raunchy in it.
I thought it was always PG. There's another person like that, though.
There is? Who?
I
don't know. Yeah. I thought Bill Cosby's like really old stuff was kind of raunchy.
Maybe, but
I specifically remember him talking about dicks and pussies.
I remember, but he probably changed it up when he.
Yeah, by the time he became Pill Bill.
Yeah. Pill Bill.
Bill.
walking. You gotta do it. Put it in, Jamie. You gotta insert that one.
You're just making this edit terrible.
He's just walking.
He does the goofy face. He didn't give a fuck. He
put the pills in the jello pudding.
Pills in the pudding.
But I kind of feel like I feel like some of it is real, some of it's not.
Well, a lot of I'm not even gonna flex, like, you know, that's a real sensitive. Sorry for anybody who felt victimized by that or been through any sort of traumatic event like that. But it just seemed to me like a lot of these women that was coming after Bill Cosby they had their little settlement money and they ran out of it, and then they were just like, I need some more of that Cosby money. And he's sneezing.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, because some of them look straight strung out at the point. You know what I mean? Like, if Judge Mathis was on the scene, he could probably identify if they were crackheads.
Are you a crackhead? We'll feel sorry for you then. You a crackhead? You smoke crack?
You look like crackhead.
Look like crackhead.
Did you smoke crack this morning before you came into my courtroom?
Yeah, and I'm not like trying to, you know, say like, hey man, they weren't victimized, but they were already paid, and they was just looking for another paycheck.
Yeah, like you said, it's a touchy subject.
It's real touchy, and I know my opinion is a hot take, and it's probably not popular, but the man's not in jail, so guess what? So, I guess he was right in something.
But you know, it's another thing.
But you know, and then you're at the Playboy Mansion doing drugs,
but at the same time, you know, no is no.
No one knows. Yeah.
No, I said no is no.
Yeah, no is no.
No means no.
No means no. But I don't think
we don't. Like you said, but we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know if they say no.
And that's the scary thing.
That's the scary thing about this whole subject
with men, right? Because prime example, do you know the comedian Chris D'Elia? This is old news.
No.
The one who's cocking a lot, that dude.
Oh, that guy. Okay.
Yeah. They accused him of messing with underage girls, right?
Right.
And trying to solicitate underage girls, and they canceled him. But like smart, like if you're a man, make sure you keep your receipts. He had the receipts to prove that everything they said was a lie, right?
Right.
Now his whole career is pretty much ruined, and he's finally just starting to come back. It took him like a year, and then to figure all this stuff out. But that's the scary thing.
You know, some people get canceled off of false accusations.
Yeah.
They never recover. A lot of people never recover.
And which is horrible.
And especially after it comes out that the accusations, like it comes out that the accusations were false. Weren't true. But by this point, their career's gone.
Your career's gone because everybody goes quick to assume and then jump on you.
Jump on. But, you know, that's how society works. It's either the man is always right or the woman is always right. Mm-hmm. And now we're in a point in society where the woman is always right in most legal matters. And, you know, cool, whatever. But, you know, it's just with regards to something that could ruin a whole person's reputation, career, and livelihood, there should be some sort of consequences and repercussions. Like if you're going to accuse, let's say you got accused of rape or something, right? It came out that you weren't a rapist and she misidentified you. Or it was just her being bitter because things didn't go her way in the relationship. If he's acquitted, why is there no repercussions for the person who falsely accused him of rape?
Speaking of which, recently, that woman who wrote that book, something about keys, and then made a movie, because she got raped, and fingered a black guy. He did 15 years in jail for a rape that he did not commit. And what had happened was when you sell a book and it becomes a movie, the guy who wrote the script was looking through it, and he said he was seeing a lot of things and
it weren't consistent.
It didn't add up. And he started questioning it, and then he found the dude who's been claiming his innocence for the past 15 or 18 years, and he just got acquitted like a couple months ago. But that's the scary thing. That's the scary reality of being a man and getting falsely accused of being a rapist or raping someone. Right? Touchy subject, and then it's really touchy subject.
Then it's also kind of And then there was a point in time where if you were a black man and you were accused of something,
you did it.
You had no chance in hell of fighting it.
You did that shit.
No chance.
You did. Yeah.
And then everybody will. It's kind of like how, mind you, I think he's scum, right? But I'm going to reference EDP. It's kind of like how the internet is like rallying up with their torches and pitchforks to like. They were like hounding this man, right? Harassing him at his apartment and everything.
They got evicted.
He got evicted. Couldn't find a job.
He just changed his name.
He had to change his name and everything, all the way until he allegedly got. I don't know if he got locked up for real, but
they said that he was in jail.
Yeah, but he's in jail now, which he deserved, mind you.
He shouldn't be fucking with minors.
He shouldn't try. He's a pedophile, and he should not try. He shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. Period. Right. But I'm just saying, like. The second your skin is a certain complexion and you're accused of a certain crime that a lot of people from a certain complexion convicted of the same crime, they're let go. They're let go. It's like swept under the rug when it's a certain type of pink person in power. But when I'm just saying, when it's pink people like Epstein and all that shit, government, everybody swept that shit on the rug. But let it be a fucking black YouTuber influencer, And it's kind of like pretty privileged too, because he's kind of an ugly ass dude.
Man, he's ugly and he's overweight, and it's
like they really rallied behind.
And another thing,
like, this guy,
he was like super, like I guess you would call like at the extreme of like red pilled and like just didn't give a fuck. Right. He said a lot of fucked up shit.
He did say a lot of fucked
up shit. We say some fucked up shit.
He did a lot of fucked up shit,
and
clearly. But no,
but not like that.
They went real hard for him.
Oh, did you?
It's kind of like how people went real hard for Bill, and it's kind of like how people went hard for R. Kelly, even though they should have been went hard for him.
That nigga did that shit. Oh yeah, did you tell him about you being a Simeon and seeing it?
Oh yeah, like that nigga. No, seriously, that nigga would pop up to the school and throw some money out of his little car, trying to get little girls in there. Like he needed to be locked the fuck up.
Don't kill me with this shit,
like,
man.
Fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
He was always at Kenwood too.
Yeah.
Like always at Kenwood. He was at Simeon. He was at Kenwood. The nigga was a pedophile, yo. Everybody fucking knew it. It ain't no secret. Fuck him. Fuck him and his music. His music ain't that good, no way. Nah, I done pissed all y'all old ass bitches off.
My mind, let me know. My body, let me
Should have left that nigga on the red line. But seriously, but no, people get on a witch hunt for like these black dudes, man, and I think it's really ridiculous. Like, because there's a lot of politicians that everybody votes for that are straight up pedophiles. Mr. Biden.
I don't think
he's a pedo?
I don't know. He's just a weird ass white guy.
You think he's just awkward?
He's awkward, bro. He's a weird dude.
You think?
But
so?
we don't know.
We don't know. I'm leaning towards he's a pedo.
Could be.
But you right. Sometimes you gotta give the benefit of the doubt. But Trump is clearly something. So he did something.
He be raping. He raped some bitches.
He raped some bitches, yo. Like there's no doubt about it. But I'm just saying. There ain't these whole witch hunts with these people. And that is one of the things that pisses me off a little bit. Like, there be witch hunts, but it quickly gets, like, swept under the rug with, like, the right amount of propaganda and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, it just gets shut down.
Speaking like the whole Trump, the old school, the whole grab him by the pussy thing, right?
Right.
And then that got swept under the rug, and then he's like, that's just locker room talk. I've never been like, grab her by the pussy. What?
Me and him both been in plenty of locker rooms with plenty of guys, and I never said, I just grab bitches
by the pussy. Like, nah. You know, if you said that, nigga will look at you like, bro, fuck, wait, like, what are you doing? Nah, bro.
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, a lot of men will be like, don't hang with him.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, we talk about, locker room. Yeah, I got this bad chick. We fucking, she be sucking my, like, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Like, that stuff happens.
That stuff happens, but we're not talking about just like, I damn near. I grabbed this chick and I held her down. Like,
ain't in the locker room talking about raping bitches.
Nah.
They ain't.
Nah.
That ain't a thing. It ain't never been a thing.
Never will be a thing.
Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe in certain country clubs, you know. I've never been in those locker rooms.
Speaking of which, like, you know what maps are?
Maps?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's I don't know the complete because it stands for something, but that maps are pretty much pedophiles who are trying to be under the protection of the LGBTQ movement.
Really?
Yeah, it's a movement.
And they're trying to say that they're part of LGBTQ because they love little kids, little boys,
little girls.
Is it the Napa guys?
No, I thought it was maps.
Oh, I thought it was Mamba, like the man.
There's a few of them.
Boy,
Let me make sure I get this. Bring it up, Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie. Because I remember hearing stuff like this, but...
Oh, minor attracted person.
Minor attracted... Oh, God, no. Oh, God.
So that was since we're on this subject, that's the thing. I don't know much about it, but they're not. Luckily, the alphabet people aren't going for it, which is good because they go for a lot of shit.
That's good.
But for that, I can definitely understand. My whole thing, like, you know, live your life. You want to be trans, you want to, you know, whatever. Cool.
Yeah, but just don't do nothing to kids.
Just
leave the kids alone.
Yeah, that's it. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, man. That shit's a mess. Like, I had something else to say about that, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's just a little, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Leave it alone. It irritates me. It irritates me.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just kind of yeah. Yeah, because I know for, like, fathers that you think about it, and then I think about that with my nieces. Like, I know I would hurt somebody severely, ending someone's life.
Yeah. Anyway.
That got darker really quick.
It did get dark.
Oh, man.
And I'm not going to detract from that darkness.
No, because, you know, real life, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people, but you don't see enough of people saying legit real shit.
Yeah.
It's usually shit like, hey, welcome to YouTube, guys. This is and you know it. We're just gonna life's a blast, life's a joke. Like, nah, man, it's like real shit.
That's not a joke.
Real shit.
This is real life.
Real life. Real life, and I feel like people are gonna
hard.
appreciate real life shit. Like, right. You know, just talking about uncomfortable things.
Yeah, this whole conversation. The past few minutes have been very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
You know, so.
Are you gonna put a trigger warning?
I guess.
Yeah.
Trigger warnings don't help people.
They make it worse, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just gonna spring this shit up on you, bro.
He was like, whoa. That got real dark. Real quick.
These niggers. Real talk.
Oh, man. Oh, gotta listen. I didn't know niggers talked about this.
I didn't know they knew.
Oh, man. Look at these
I didn't know they looked at us funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Even when you go to jail, you did anything to a child, rape somebody. They finna stretch you out, bro. Yep.
Both.
You know,
punch you in.
They finna beat your ass and stretch you out. You gonna be having prison sex. Oh yeah, bro. Oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Get that man pussy. Yeah.
It's my favorite thing when he does like I just so wrong.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, fuck me. Fuck my ass.
I used to have him. I used to like be out with people and call him like, yo, you gotta do that. Like 2 gay men having sex. 2 gay men having.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Was you like? Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah, I was that guy. I was like, oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Now suck my jack on.
You suck my jack. Oh, way to change it up. I love it. Just say it. Yeah, man. Hey, because that shit went way down. It's like, we gotta bring it back up.
We're on a roller coaster right now.
Roller coaster ride.
But yeah, that shit can get really dark because, you know, I got kids and shit, you know.
I have nieces and nephews too.
So, you know, you don't play with that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just saying, like, society needs to keep that same energy with everybody. Period. Like, I don't care this person's position of power.
That's fine.
It's kind of like when How to Catch a Predator got canceled because, you know, they called a guy who was a doctor
and
he killed himself, and because he was so embarrassed. Fuck you. All right, we lost a doctor, but we also lost a pedophile. That's how I feel. Like we lost the pedophile. He won't be fucking somebody's kid.
But there are people out there that are continuing that mission. Like one of my, I don't know if you've ever watched them or heard of them. Like one of my favorites, Mama Max.
I think I heard of him. Yeah,
like he does like a lot of like. Oh, and YouTube likes to silence people who dive into shit like that. But that's a whole nother.
Yeah, because
whatever. But
because you know those guys who get caught right hooking up with these little kids. A lot of the times they don't even go to jail.
No. They
just get caught exposed, and they get hailed for a little while, and then they let go.
And I know, like Mama Max, his videos always get demonetized and taken down, but he did one right where because he had names and faces in him, YouTube took it down and demonetized his video.
Wow.
Then he had another one where he was talking about the whole. Because I remember you were the one that brought. I found out about Mama Max because of you, because you told me about how like Roblox is like full of fucking predators, child predators, and then. I was trying to tell my sister, like, don't let my niece play Roblox
because they be looking for kids.
And then I was like, then that video came out, and then
it's kind of like how YouTube, like a lot of these like a lot of YouTubers who promote to children got a bad rep because sometimes they be preying on these kids.
Predators. It happens a lot.
It happens more often than you think.
Who was it from? Fucking. It was a video game, but from our era. Fuck, man.
Minecraft?
There's a few Minecraft guys. No, but this was a guy from. I think he was one of the guys from G4 or Machinima. But this was a while ago.
He
got caught like talking to little kids.
Wow.
I don't remember his name. I really don't.
It'd be nice if you did.
Drawing a blank.
It's okay. It happens, bro.
It does.
It happens.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes these YouTubers can come off mad.
But you know, it's the age of technology. Just keep an eye on whatever your kids are doing, indulging in.
And that's what I mean. My sister's gonna watch this, but whatever.
She's going to.
Yeah. I don't know. But that's what I tried to tell my sister, and she doesn't listen. That's what scares me, because like she doesn't really monetize what my niece watches. But I legitimately had to tell my sister, like, download YouTube Kids so you know what your kids are looking at. It's not perfect, but it's a lot safer than regular YouTube. Yeah. Because I remember one time, like, she was just watching YouTube and she was watching some weird frozen shit that looked mad pedophile-ish. It was like they were like dancing and making out,
and they were like half naked. And shit.
Some weird.
Yeah, I seen some weird shit like that too. My kids was watching that, and I was like,
don't watch that.
I was like, you guys are off YouTube. Like this channel, you can't watch. I had to tell them that about so many YouTube channels, man. Like they was watching this one person. He was making like content for kids and stuff, but he was like cussing like a sailor and shit. And I'm like, you know, I don't cuss around my kids that often. I try not to. But so that's why I'm just like, you're not going to watch this, man. Like, he's making these cartoons with these children characters and putting them in adult situations with adult language.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I just know I shut that down. I shut that down right away. And I had to talk to their mom. I was like, hey, you know what the fuck they watching?
Dude, you gotta know what these kids watch, man.
We've seen this.
Like, I feel like it's what they warned us about that never happened is happening to these kids.
Yes.
Stranger danger.
It's
like, whatever.
It's like we forgot.
Common sense. You feel like we grew up with common sense.
Yeah.
Like, for us, that's just stranger danger. It's common sense. Don't talk to strangers. If you see something that looks, or someone that you don't know, don't get in the car with them. Yeah. Simple shit that these kids they lack that awareness because they're here.
Yep.
All the time.
All the time.
And they just lack that awareness of like not knowing. And
it's like people forgot that people still steal kids.
Yeah. And it's and another thing, because remember, that was big in the 80s and 90s is
kidnapping.
Yeah, but remember, after every single episode of Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, there's
always a PSA.
PSA.
Like, hey kids, remember, if someone, like Sonic, hey kids, if someone offers you a chili dog, don't take it. Just say no.
But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to.
The Power Rangers, yeah, we fight this stuff on TV, but it's all fake. If you see someone that has a gun or you see someone fighting, make sure you report it. Like it's just like common sense shit. Like don't play with that gun.
And you know what's crazy? Yeah, don't play with that gun. If you see violence going on, just report it. Don't try to be a hero. You're being a hero by reporting.
Even though the PSAs, the ones that I look. This one used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. This is your brain. Bam! This is your brain on drugs. What?
This is your brain. And this is heroin. This is what happens to your brain after snorting heroin. And this is what
I'm never doing drugs. And they made weed look so bad.
Yeah, they made weed.
Weed is
like, remember that commercial where homegirl was flat?
Oh yeah,
like
but you really, you kind of be
how high you are, you be toasted like that. And I was like, toasted. And now that I smoke weed, I'm like, she was fucked.
She was fucked. They were both fucked up.
They was
blasted.
Fucking blasted.
They were both really, really blasted. But
done.
I just feel like there's no PSAs. There's no afternoon specials, like things that
and then a lot of people are cutting the cable. They're not watching TV anymore or anything. So a lot of these kids' source of media is on their phones, just like YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus, or whatever streaming service. And it's not so much wholesome material. Like there's children-friendly stuff, but it doesn't they don't really have episodes where they teach kids about violence, like that one episode of Static Shock with the school shooting. Yeah. They don't have that no more.
They really don't. Or like I was thinking,
I thought it was lame when I was a kid.
I did too. This shit is so stupid.
I was like, this stupid ass shit.
But then
I got a gun. I'm gonna use it.
But then you get older, you realize that was actually kind of smart.
And it was actually kind of smart because it makes you think. It makes you think twice at least.
At least twice. Or the one where I know people have dubbed over it a bunch of times, but it's where it's the G.I. Joe one where the kid picks up the phone and it's just like, is this such and such and such and such address? You won a prize. And then like Flint comes in and is just like, you fucking idiot, you don't talk to strangers. And then come outside and like Flint comes outside and he's just like, and the guy sees him, it's like, drives off.
What's your address?
42 Oak Street. Hey, Roblox, some stranger's bringing me a prize.
A stranger, huh? All he wanted to bring you was...
He's just like, never give anyone your home address, you dumb fuck. Right? That's not that.
No, you know.
But you never... It's just.
And then a lot of people are just procreating who shouldn't be parents.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I hate to say it, not everybody needs to be a parent.
No.
And it's like people who don't need to be a parent makes it look scary and daunting for people who aren't parents. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, you got this whole person here who has this kid, doesn't give a fuck about the kid, let the kid do whatever they want, and put the kid in constant danger. And then when you call them out, like say, for example, the lady letting her kid just roam around the whole damn department store, right?
Oh yeah, that's how kids get snatched up.
And that's how kids get snatched. It takes a couple of seconds for somebody to go yank and run out the door and drive off.
My baby.
Yeah, and then when you call them out on it, like, yo, your kid could have got snatched, they get mad. They get super offended.
But I would say to me, I didn't run around, but I would walk away from my mom all the time. And my mom used to get so mad at me. But I would just wander the fuck off. And she used to have me close to her, and she used to just like fucking worry. You know, it's not that I was running around. It would just but then I would, because my mom was attentive. I think most parents, but you have multiple kids. It's like if you're attentive and then you know one kid's here and then you're like blah 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 blah. The next thing you know, like that shit tends to happen. I used to walk up on my mom. I don't remember this, but she said one time we were at the beach and I just like fucking walked off to like the other side of the beach and they were looking for me and my mom thought I died and drowned. And she was just like, I'm going home. Man, I found my baby. I'm going home. I'm not.
Why you do that to her?
But that's how I used to do it.
You got a condition, you know.
But yeah, and then my mom kind of like, I would do it in the mall, but my mom figured I was always in KB toy stores.
You're in a toy junkie.
Most of the time. You know, I was like, hey, I'm here. But, you know, you got to be attentive to your kids.
As attentive as possible.
As attentive as humanly possible. Because,
you could have got snatched.
Yeah, I could have got snatched.
So many times.
I could have, but...
God was on your side.
God was on my side, and I wasn't that kid. I would be like, yo... the fuck away from me.
Right, you weren't.
I would scream and make noise. Yeah. Like I wasn't the okay. I wasn't that kind of kid. Yeah. Which, you know, like
now that is probably
another story, right? I'll never forget. There's this drunk that came into our church one day and said that he was my brother's father. It was a local drunk dude we know named Robert. And then my brother was just like, he's like, is this your father? My brother's like, oh no. I was like, that's not my dad. That is not my dad. We are not going with him. Right. Like I just made like a hell of noise, like a lot of noise. And like my mom was fucking pissed at our church. It's like, it's not like she said some words. She says, but I knew like, but you know my kind of personality. I'm more like you know, in the face of danger, I was like, all right, whatever.
I'm going to do too much.
I'm going to do too much.
Yeah. Sometimes it's best to do too much than nothing at all.
But I mean, I wouldn't have been in danger with him, like with that, because we all know. He was just the drunk of the building.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh yeah, and he died on the street.
He died on the street? What? Froze to death?
No, he wasn't homeless. Liver cirrhosis.
Liver cirrhosis?
Because he used to drink like...
A lot. Yeah, man. People really don't think that, you know, stuff catches up with you, especially when you're just doing it too much.
I mean, I didn't see him die, but I remember coming from youth group and then, like, he was on the ground.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, the ambulance and stuff was around him. But, you know, we thought nothing of it.
It's always youth group.
But we thought nothing of it.
Your youth group was cursed.
Because, like, he was always drunk and, like, fucking, like,
laying there.
He's like, all right, that's just Robert. That's drunk Robert.
Robert's just laying on the ground.
He's fine
now.
He'll be all right.
You let him die.
No, but, like, ambulance and stuff came, but, like.
Oh, but poor Robert, man. I mean, not Robert. That's his name?
Yeah, Robert. I remember.
Rip Robert.
Because cool dude when he wasn't drunk.
Right.
But when he was drunk, he was just...
He was just a drunk.
He was drunk. He was just like a drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's kind of like when people are in those places, their stories are usually pretty rough.
Yeah, I forgot.
Because, you know, they don't got nobody at that point.
I forgot what happened to him. I forgot something happened to his family or something like that. He became a drunk. He was, because he was a really smart guy that was a mechanic. He worked on high-end cars, Mercedes, Ferraris, and all that stuff. He could put it together. He can take apart the engine and put it back together like it was nothing. He would do that shit when he was drunk. Anyone had a car problem, no matter how drunk he was, he knew what the fuck to do.
Damn.
Right? But I don't know the whole story. I think something happened with his wife or something like that. I don't know if she died or some shit. Just couldn't handle it. You know, so some people can't handle
losing their family. Yeah.
You know, they have breakdowns. So
yeah, rough.
We went dark once again. All right.
Yeah, we are. This is a dark one, yo.
What? What the fuck?
Oh damn, KK, you I keep forgetting I have a cat.
I was like, what the fuck? That just scared me too.
What's wrong, buddy? he lightened the mood up.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
He knocked us out. He got the demons out.
Oh, I'm already a demon.
I'm already a demon. Oh boy.
I'm already a demon. Ever
place anyway.
Oh man. I gotta put that clip in there. I'm already
a demon.
Why do we, like, of all the Metal Gear, as soon as they changed the voice actor, we're like, oh, that's Sad Snake.
That's Sad Snake, yeah.
That's Sad Snake. Because everything he says, whatever. Everything he says sounds depressed.
Yeah, it does.
No, Keith Sutherland?
Kiefer Sutherland. 24.
Yeah, 24. I know
Jack Bauer.
Jack Bauer. I gotta stop this nuclear attack in 24 hours. Oh. And then he plays Snake. So sad.
He does.
You're like, well, I don't gotta worry about that. Because I'm dead inside anyway.
I'm already dead.
Oh. Like, what did he say? My favorite one is when he's like, I'm not gonna throw your ashes to the cold, unforgiving sea. And then he digs into a bag of Doritos and rubs the cheese all over his face. That's my favorite one. Oh, God.
What are we here for? To just suffer?
What are we here? Yeah. Why are we still here? Like, the best memes came out of that.
Yeah, it really did.
And Kojima knew exactly.
Kojima's a meme one, bro.
Kojima's the king of memes.
Spoke Snake, not me! I'm based in red-pilled! You're a liberal cuck!
What the fuck is he even saying? It doesn't matter. He's gonna fall into a pool and die after his son has sex with his new wife.
Legitly gave us, like, you called it years before. He's a UPS the game.
He gave us UPS the game. I was like, because nobody knew what Death Stranding was.
No one. We couldn't have figured it out. A lot of people still don't know.
People still don't know what it's about. Like, people will ask to this day, hey, what's Death Stranding about? Fuck if I know. But I know. And, you know, hey, you have people on YouTube like Young just sitting there going, 40-minute videos. See, look at this. If you look at that, you can see it's the left testicle of... What's dude's name?
Norman, they call him Norman Fetus.
Oh, yeah. You can see the left testicle of Norman Fetus. You can tell by the wrinkle and the mole. Young out.
Oh man.
Oh no. But you know, I like Young stuff. He just gets real babbly.
Yeah, he does.
He babbles a lot.
He babbles.
He was going ham on the Death Stranding shit, man. And then Death Stranding came out, and I think it flopped because everybody who played it didn't even know what they were doing.
They didn't know what they were doing. It was such a non-game. Yeah, it was just like, what do you even? It was just Kojima showing off Fox Engine. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
because it was real impressive that he got fired from his studio and then he made a video game in like 2 years from scratch, and it was like, damn, this nigga snapped. And then you see the game, and it's just you being a UPS man in post-apocalypse.
You can deliver pizzas too.
You can deliver pizzas, and it's bizarre. But hey, you know, there's some sort of aliens or ghosts or whatever, and it's the Death Strands.
Who knows? No one knows. No one knows.
No one knows.
No one really knows.
Like, but I just know you're delivering packages in the apocalypse.
Stop it. Get some help.
That was a PSA.
That was a
Michael
PSA.
Jordan, stop it. Get some help. He didn't. I don't think he stopped anything.
Oh no,
because he quickly went from stop it, get some help to fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
They gonna buy my Jordans anyway, even if they die trying. That Jordan shit was a mess too.
Oh, Jordan, kids dying with Jordans in the 90s.
Yeah, that was rough.
Shit, man, you couldn't wear certain colored Jordans because of gangs and shit like that.
Because of gangs, man, gangs was crazy. Yeah.
Mom didn't want me wearing any Jordan. I don't like Jordans anyway.
I didn't like them either, but still, it was just it's just being limited is annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't, like, I don't want to do it, but now that I know I can, I want to, you know.
I might.
Exactly, I might. But still, I never really bought a pair of Jordans since I was like a little kid. I didn't like them after a certain point. You know, yeah, you know what? I always liked, but people always shit on them. K-Swiss. I thought those were some fine shit.
You a bust down. You a runner. You a bust down.
Runner, yeah.
Chicago, Gary, Indiana, Chicago,
like
Midwest kind of knows what the fuck that is.
I used to like those shoes, but they had such a bad rap. You were broke as shit if you was wearing them. You rock K-Swiss in high school, you was poor.
Well, I mean,
and everybody in that school is poor, but you're the poorest.
Like, what do you think was worse, Fat Farm or K-Swiss shoes?
Ooh.
But hell niggas used to rock the Fat Farm shoes though. So
Fat Farm was shoes? Yeah. I thought it was just the ugly ass shirts.
Nah.
And jeans.
Nah, they used to rock this shit all the time.
I've never seen Fat Farm shoes. Wait, yeah, I did see some
big ass P.
Yeah, the big ass P. Damn, bro. K-Swiss had it worse. K-Swiss had the worst rep, period.
You know what shoe is always in and out of style?
What?
Feli.
Feli
will die and come back. It's like Phoenix.
Like it died and then when Lil Scrappy was like, forever, I love it, and then Feli's are back on. And then people stopped rocking them again.
And then they became trendy now, and Feli's
like if there was ever a definition of a fad, it's Feli shoes.
Yes, because they come
Feli shoes because they come and go.
That's from the 80s too, because I remember they were popular 80s, somewhat in the 90s. The 90s came back in the 2000s. Speaking of which, I will never wear to this day because we're from a different era. If you wore Championship back in the day, you were fucking poor. You were broke. And like right now, Champion is like the hugest, like it's mad popular. Like no, like those were the poor jerseys.
You were fucking
poor. Those were the poor jerseys. Because if you didn't have the NBA logo, had the Champion, like they're authentic, but they weren't. They
weren't like the
it's just because like it would be like. Yeah, because if it wasn't started, because it was started. If starter was the popular one back in the day, like all the starter gear, the starter jerseys, the starter jackets. Cool, you cool if you had a starter, but if you had that fucking Champion, that C, niggas will roast the fuck out of you
right away.
You broke as hell, you poor. Damn near all of us are in the same situation, but.
But that's in retrospect, right? Hindsight 2020 and shit. Like now you know that the motherfucker in your classroom that was looking like they had it all, their family was poor too. Their mom was sucking dick for money. You know what I mean? They was sucking dick for money themselves. Like the girl that was the hottest, she was fucking one of the security guys.
Some shit like that.
It was always some shit, but you just didn't know it.
Yeah,
it was always some shit. You just didn't know it till later, and you're like, "Damn, it was that deep." They was fucking who? Why come none of them teachers ain't fuck on me? I was ready. Oh no! That was, but no, seriously. Since fucking 6th grade, I had teachers. I've been like some reason around 6th grade. That's when I really was like, I think I want to have sex with these teachers. Like I had this really big booty teacher named Miss Boyd. I had a teacher named Miss Davis. I was like, Miss Davis was a bald-headed old lady. She had the like ideal figure, you know what I mean? And then she was always wear some sort of tight, not really tight and trying to be revealing, but you can see that little heart down there. I was like, I might be fucking 12, but I think I know what I want to do with that. I think I know what to do, and I didn't know what to do.
Did I have any hot teachers?
Man, and then in high school, it just got worse.
I only had like one in middle school.
Yeah.
I just remember her. She was...
Yeah, it's like it starts around middle school.
She was just like...
And it gets worse in high school, and then you just chill out.
Yeah, I remember she was tall, light-skinned, like this was when black women had that short, curly hair, short. You know what I'm talking about?
Holly Berry.
Yeah. I'm talking about. She used to make all the boys' dicks hard back in the day.
All the boys' dicks hard. You couldn't stand up and go to the class.
Yeah, couldn't stand up.
You couldn't stand up and go in front of the class because you had to.
I remember
if I did anything, I'd have just stood up.
I'll never forget
poking out.
I'll never forget my friend Aaron had to stand up in front of the class. His dick was rock hard. He's like, girls like, ew, I see your penis. Oh shit! Oh no, not. But I mean, they're bleeding in front of their vaginas for 7 days.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah, they're bleeding all the time. So you have that. Oh yeah, that's when the hormones start kicking in for everybody, and then they don't know what to do. The boys' dicks start getting hard for no reason.
No reason. The wind
blows. Like, say for example, you're sitting in class and then you shift your legs the wrong way,
and then boom. It's like
you're just hard.
It reminds me of a fucking. You gotta add this too. Yeah. Have you ever seen any 80s, early 90s John-Claude Van Damme movie when John-Claude Van Damme does the. It's just that. That's what you like. Your dick was as hard as hell. Just like,
yeah, just flexing. My muscles ain't so impressive.
I don't really have big muscles.
No. Since I stopped going to the gym, I'm about to get back in that bitch.
Get back in there, boy.
In that bitch. But yes, it was like that. And then girls are having to take time out of class. You don't know why. It's a big secret.
You don't know why.
But it's because their little cooters are bleeding. And you just never knew. You just like, okay. Oh, she's sick. Oh, wow. I hope she feels better. And then,
but you should know. You have sisters.
They don't. It's like a period. It's like a coveted secret.
It is a coveted. You don't know. Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know. Like, but, all my sisters went through it.
I know, I think like one time. Was it?
Oh no!
I'll never forget. Like fucking.
Do you sure you want to share this?
I'll share it. It's not too bad.
Okay,
but like because when the house we used to live in, it was three floors. Yeah, top, middle. Me and my brother's room was in the basement, furnished basement.
And then my sister, that basement room, right? Oh, man, it's amazing. I had a basement room too with my brother.
And we were my mom. Yeah, damn. There's 3 rooms upstairs. My sister's room, my grandma, my auntie's room, and then my mom's room at the end, right? And there's the bathroom. And then, niggas be dirty, right? Right? No, boys, right? Because, like, we had a walk-in bathroom that we were supposed to clean on a regular. We cleaned that shit like every 3 months, right? I was like, oh, this shit. This shit dirty. This shit dirty. My mom she used to come in there and start yelling and like, and what we would do, sorry mom, what we would do is just let her yell and get so mad that she just clean it. Because we just like, you figure it out. Like if she got mad enough, she would just yell at us for like 30 minutes. And
what?
We used to call her,
just let her do it.
We used to call her Godzilla. She would come down like the Godzilla stomp. Oh, it's dirty! Right? And she just fucking
and her own little belief in way.
So dirty! It's dirty! The whole world is collapsing around me! Oh no! And then she would just like scream and then like, and then she's like, you wanna know what? I'll just clean it myself. Bingo. Me and my brother go in our room. High five. We did it, boys. We saved China. But back to what I was saying was one of the days where like the bathroom was the shower was dirty. I'm like, it's kind of disgusting. I don't want to take a shower in there. I go upstairs. Like you said, like periods are like a huge coveted secret.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's like their dirty little secret.
my dumb ass, like I see, because like I don't really. There's no need for us to really go. Yeah, because it had 3 bathrooms, a half bathroom in the middle, 2 full bathrooms. So there's no real need for me to go up to the upstairs bathroom. I'm just like, all right, take a shower. I look in the bin. It's like, did someone get hurt? Someone get cut?
Oh,
it's like, what is this?
Oh,
like, why is it?
Oh,
why is there so much blood?
Oh no!
Huh? I'm like, Mom, is someone hurt? Is someone okay? She come in.
You were such a kid.
I was like, we must have shared year apart. So I would say I was like 13 maybe.
You're 13, 13.
Yeah, because me and my probably going on 14. But I was like, what the fuck is that? And my mom was just like, Travis, boy, put it down. I was like, is someone okay? She's just like, and then since she realized that I didn't really know what the fuck was going on, and then she calms down. She's just like, well, women, they have these things where they're becoming a woman. and sometimes
that was your talk.
They bleed. I'm just like, the fuck is that?
All right. What is that? Gross.
Gross. Blood.
Blood.
What do you mean blood? Are they throwing it up? Does blood come out their butt?
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. Yeah. And she's just like, no, you idiot. And I'm like, you didn't say that, but she looked at me.
You know, it was such a coveted secret. It wasn't until I went to like school for like medical, like college for medical bullshit that I learned that periods are just the uterus shedding. Yeah. And I was like, why didn't nobody just say that?
That coagulation.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah. The uterus is just disintegrating and shit. It's crazy though, but nature's weird, man.
Nature's scary.
Nature's scary.
Like, what's his name?
So just like they transform, we have our weird transformation. Mm-hmm. Because you gotta think, all boys go from this little frail or chubby thing.
No, with no body hair.
No body hair, and then we suddenly get huge, and we get like muscles out of nowhere. Sometimes we get hairy, and
our voices
change. Girls got their own.
When your nuts drop and then you think something's wrong because one is a little bit higher than the other.
Yeah. That's just, and then you're just like, wait, my nuts never been this low.
Yeah, that's just mad normal.
Mad normal. You know, nobody ever sat me down for the talk like, hey, your body's going to change.
I mean, we had sex ed, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Like,
all I know about sex ed is some stuff I kind of already vaguely knew about. People would... But, you know, because of porn and shit, I guess, I don't even know how I knew about it already. I just knew a penis go in a hole and sperm goes out in there, and then, you know, there's a process and babies are made. And then, that's all I knew at the time.
And then after a while, you realize that you can produce sperm yourself. And this is how I figured out I could masturbate.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Well, it's a short story. We're already here.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, because as we're talking about, as us getting older and going through puberty, like you kind of realize that your body makes this amazing boy juice. Boy goo.
Boy goo.
It's called semen. And,
slipping on semen.
Slipping on semen.
I gotta just add that clip.
Slipping on semen. I was like, I'll never forget. That was just like fucking. This was back in the day. We had a family computer, right? And I told you the story.
Family computer.
I told it was just like, it was like the perfect time. It's like,
to get a virus.
I used to get so many viruses. Like, that's how, okay.
Get all the malware.
Well, I'm going to segue back to the masturbation story, but I got to segue into, all right, I used to download so much porn on my fucking computer that it would be, I'll get viruses and it would lock up. I had to learn how to get rid of malware and viruses because I looked at so much porn, right? And that's how I figured out that's the reason I figured out how to actually clean computers and, use computers pretty well and get around it. And for learning about all computers have this, if you get a virus, just put your computer in safe mode. That way, disconnect it from the internet, put it in safe mode, run the antivirus software. Or what you could do is back up all your files and then put in the reset and wipe the computer. That way, after you wipe it, it'll reinstall everything you had.
Nice. Oh, yeah, fucking nice.
Yeah, right. So, anyway. So it's one day, I think like my mom's upstairs, she's sleeping, and then like no one's, I don't know where my brother's at, and my sister's in the room, because like after a certain amount of time, no one came in like the living room, which is the middle floor, and I'm just like, I'm watching some porn, and because like, I had a thing, I still have a thing for big Japanese titties, right, and I found this chick named Anna or O'Hara or some shit like that. Big ass Japanese titties, and my dick was hard. Like, ooh, I don't know what to do though. I don't know what. It's just hard. I was like, what the fuck is this sticky shit, right? But that's not it. It's just like, but it's clear.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like
you play it with it.
It's just like sticky, and it's like smells weird. All right,
you tasted it. You put your finger out.
I don't know what it was.
My favorite.
But something told me to just like start jerking it. I was just like,
yeah, right? It's just like something tells you to.
All right. Oh man, this is.
And then it just comes out foul.
Wow. Like, bam, hit the fucking computer fucking screen and shit. I was like, guys know the fuck I'm talking about when he's like, this is the greatest thing ever!
Yo! Whoa!
And that's how I first
Alright. That's a good story. Terrible, but yeah, wow. I don't want to talk about jerking off no more because my mom be watching these sometimes. I'm not going to talk about beating my jerking.
But your mom's going to see me talk jerking.
You can talk about jerking all day. I don't know you. Fuck you.
Well, okay, we're doing a podcast together, but two complete strangers in a house, somewhere in the house, somewhere in Illinois, jerking off, just sitting there jerking back to back, jerking their meat, and then let's stand back to back, jerking it.
No, why are we like this?
Yes. We haven't had a moment like this for a while. Let's embrace it. Embrace the chaos. Embrace it.
Embrace the chaos.
It. Just embrace it. Just jerking it. Just jerking it. Yeah. Why do we always make those weird like that weird voice when it comes to like masturbation? Like,
because you gotta be intense. This is like because we remember we're 90s kids. So everything in the 90s
extreme masturbation. It's Nerf or nothing. That's a good point. It's Nerf or nothing. Oh man,
that was a good point to wrap up the cast. What do you think? Or do you want to keep
I got a little bit of time left.
Alright.
Because this Nerf is nothing. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. Everything is just easier. Everything in the 90s was just extreme.
The 90s was a period where everything's extreme. Everything's got to be intense.
Intense, over the top, and that's where the voice came from. So,
yeah, because every commercial, remember, you've been caught in the crossfire. Like when you think about it, it makes no sense.
None of it.
But it was awesome.
It was man.
It was fucking awesome. Like everything was awesome.
Everything was extreme.
Because you had to go big or go home in the 90s. That's how it is.
Yeah, man. The fucking 90s was a unique time.
Yeah.
Fucking. I think the 90s was like the first had like the first big dance crave before YouTube and TikTok.
Oh shit, bro. How'd they go? Hands out.
Bam,
wait,
bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yep. And then
like shimmy. You did a shimmy shake. Oh, God.
We just dated the fuck out of ourselves.
We just aged ourselves. Yeah.
Jeez,
yeah, nobody knows. Like, but the people who knows the Macarena will appreciate that. Oh, boy, corny.
Yes. Yeah, man. I can't read. That makes sense. Bro, but that's like gay, like crossfire. A gay game, two guys jerking. Yeah, those got cross it.
But it's just like, but the whole time, even Ghostbusters had the gay joke. Don't cross the streams.
Yeah,
that was such a gay joke because every guy knows what the stream is. Mm-hmm. Don't cross it. It's pretty gay. It's just like, you can't let your tips touch.
Never let the tips touch.
Never let the tips touch.
Docking.
Docking, yes, docking. Oh, I didn't even know what that was called until a few years ago.
Yeah, nasty though.
Oh, it's mad gross. Yeah, it's pretty gross. And I've been in some gay situations, and I'm like, docking.
Fucking nerf for nothing. Extreme masturbation.
But a lot of toys back then were like jerk off toys. Like, remember Super Soldiers? You said you're minding your business, and here comes this kid. I'm about to wet you. He squirts all over you. Like that was like all those toys were just like sex jokes.
They were
prime for sex for dirty jokes back then.
Just like fucking Power Rangers with the hand action. But the hands are like this.
The hands are like this, and then you can push the button. Oh, the Power Rangers, the new Jason with the hand action. Zordon, you don't know what to do with this. Wait, who's Lorzad? Oh, Lorzad can't handle it. Lorzad's about to erupt.
Alpha 5. Ay.
And then Alpha 5. Ay. And then my eye.
Fucking Alpha 5.
Ay. Like, he was clearly a gay robot.
He was a gay robot.
He was like the gayest robot.
The gayest robot ever.
And we didn't know because we were like kids. We
didn't.
We didn't differentiate like between sex and anything.
No, we just
or sexual preference. It was just
know that he was.
We just thought he was just a little weird.
Yeah, a little weird.
You know. But when you're a kid, you don't see these things with people. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't tell the story on the podcast. Like I said, when I was a kid, me and the boys on the block, we would like be playing wrestling, and then the kid with Down syndrome. I didn't know he had Down syndrome. I didn't know what Down syndrome was at the time. But we just we didn't call him slow, but it was like he's a slow kid. Like he had Down syndrome or something. But we would think of him like he got issues, and so he would come and play wrestling with us. Ugh. And then he get mad, throw his hand. Oh, I want to be Stone Cold Cold. I want to be Stone Cold Cold. And I was like, let him be Stone Cold Cold, and somebody else can be Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's how it was. And then, he stopped throwing his tantrum because he's Stone Cold Cold. Somebody else is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we would just finish our little fake wrestling match, man. But we didn't differentiate. We didn't know.
No, as a kid, there's that innocence.
Yeah, that innocence and purity.
Innocence and purity is just like where you're not really... I feel like it's kind of different now, but you're not really judge, especially when you didn't judge people when you were younger. If you just wanted to play, you guys just wanted to have fun. It wasn't like you didn't really discriminate. You
just whatever, have a good time.
Who knows? Like if there's a kid with some crutches or a kid in a wheelchair, if you wanted to play, you just wanted to play. I remember it being inclusive. I remember, you figure something out.
You figure something out. Like a kid got a wheelchair, you'd be like, hey, ride me on your chair. You would say some good shit like that.
But you would,
and your parents would get mad. But you don't know that you're being bad.
No,
or anything.
but I feel
you're just looking at it through child eyes.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something. I feel like that's how it should be, because now this person who has some type of disability is so used to people kind of
tiptoeing around things. He's trying to.
Oh no.
He's good. But yeah, this kid with disabilities is so used to people tiptoeing around them.
They just want to be included.
Now they just belong. You know what I mean? And it's like their life isn't.
And they remember that.
Yeah.
You remember those experiences, especially when you're the odd man out, or it's something different. And you just feel like you don't belong. So
it was basically the age of the outside kids.
Yeah, outside.
But mind you, it was. Kids were still mean. You got roasted.
Oh yeah, kids were still mean.
You like. Was that him?
Yeah.
You okay? Oh, poor guy. Anyway. That was the age of the outside kid. Like, you still get made fun of, but after a while, like, if you can take your licks, you're cool. For the most part, everybody gets flamed.
Yeah, everyone gets flamed. But and then I feel like over it. And then there's a certain there. I feel like as when we were kids, I felt like it was an unknown rule that you don't really make fun of disabled kids.
Yeah.
And if you did, I remember people getting mad, like
real mad.
You don't do that.
Like yo, stop.
Chill. Like chill.
Like even if you crack 1 or 2 jokes, okay, maybe.
But if you
laying it in and you picking on like everybody like
stop. We about to beat you up.
Stop.
We about to
like you didn't make fun of like the handicap like that.
No, you really didn't. And then,
but and I think that's one of the things that was also lost, like the age of the internet and anonymity. I can't say that word.
You know
anonymity. Anyway, the anonymous era. Like where nobody knows. You could just say anything to anybody and there's no repercussions for what you're saying. Like when you don't have the consequence of getting your ass beat for saying some wild shit to somebody, you tend to be a fucking asshole. You tend to be different.
Yeah, because back then you had to say shit to people's face.
Yeah. And if they didn't like it, you kept going. You went too hard. You were fighting.
You're fighting. You gotta fight. And I feel like it's another thing that, because I remember like it's usually what would happen is you'd have a disagreement, y'all get into a fight. Y'all want to talk for a week, but after that,
it's cool. Yeah, you kind of forget about it.
Don't hold grudges.
And then you're either friends after that or not friends at all.
Not friends at all. Most of the time, you're usually friends after that because it's man, I know.
It's like a mutual respect.
I was in the wrong.
Yeah, it's like
my bad, man. We
shouldn't have followed a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you kind of fought, you got over it.
Yeah, kids don't. That's another thing. These inside kids don't take their licks.
Yeah, it's a lot of sheltering going on.
Yeah, and they don't know like when they get into they get into altercation like that, and now they don't know how to deal with it, and now they take it to an extreme. Like that's a 1. They take it to a 10, and that's how these kids are shooting each other.
Yeah, because there's a line between getting your comeuppance and bullying.
Yeah, there's a line. There's a line between that,
but. Some kids just straight up can't even handle like a little bit of like, hey man, you wildin', chill. Mm-hmm. My dad has guns.
I'm gonna go, and it's just I feel like as a kid you learn that temperament to take it to where things need to, because it's never, as a kid, even a young adult, it's never that serious.
Yeah, not really.
You fight, you lose or you win.
But now it's like, when I was like wrenching around high school, that's when there was a bit of a paradigm shift. Mm-hmm. And he's not doing nothing, don't worry about him. But there was a bit of a paradigm shift where like niggas was scared to get their ass whooped, so they would just run and grab a gun. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And just it was a fucking mess, bro.
Yeah, because it's just that whole scared of being like, what? You lose a fight, so what? No one really cares about that shit. It's just these kids are so scared to look bad for a bunch of niggas who don't care about you and for internet.
Right.
Just because like you lose a fight. You're still alive.
Like it doesn't technically even make you less of a man for losing, honestly.
No, because you're not gonna win every fight.
Nobody wins every fight.
I'm a kid who got into a lot of fights as a kid and through high school. I'm not gonna say shit. I lost a lot of them shits. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. I won a good fair. I won a good fair share, but I lost a lot.
Yeah, I took my L's too.
You take your L's, you take your bumps, and you just like fuck. All right, man. Shit. It is what it is.
And the only person that you can even try to argue won all their fights is Mayweather, but he's literally picking on people.
Yeah.
He's literally picking people and putting them in situations where they're bound to lose.
Yeah.
Like, he's picking malnourished Mexican men to fight, and then he's
men who are past their prime.
Men who are past their prime, and then he'll have them, like, in a shitty hotel room where they don't get to, like, eat or warm up properly for a few days, and then Mayweather's like, okay, I'm ready to fight now. And he's a hero. But, and so, like, when I saw he was doing that shit, I was like, this man got small man syndrome real bad. And then it came out he beats women, something vicious. So I was like, yep, there go that small man complex right there. Oh, yeah, good job, champ. You got
it. No, but, like, yeah, it's just like that thing where you like, you learn to kind of. I mean, and my thing is, not all kids fight, right?
Not all kids are fighters. Yeah,
not all kids are fighters. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to learn. You have to learn that you just can't talk shit to people without there being repercussions for the things. And I feel like, because like you said, everybody's protected by the internet. And they say this shit, and now kids don't know how to deal with it, and they take it to
hell. There's even the parents that also ruin it for certain kids. Like, they won't let their kid carefully put themselves in dangerous situations. They won't let their kids like go out into the world and experiment. You know what I mean? They like, if the kid puts him or herself in a situation where they have to defend themselves, the parents are right there sometimes fighting kids for the kids' sake.
No,
and that's also where people fight.
I've seen that before. You gotta let your kids fight. You really do.
You don't gotta let them get their ass beat. But
no, but kids gotta see.
And usually your kid won't even get their ass beat because there's also other kids who's like, all right, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they usually break it up at some point.
Yeah.
You fight, like you said, you take your bruises and you call it.
You move on.
Unless you like, but I mean, it could be like. There's don't get me wrong. There's sometimes where it's just like, where there's sometimes where you and this dude really don't like each other, and y'all gonna fight a few times.
Yeah.
And to the point where y'all always kind of realize it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, until the point where you're just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this anymore.
I had a kid like that in middle school.
Yeah.
I fought him like 5 times.
Yeah.
3 out of 2 ain't bad, though. 3 out of 2 is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Y'all was just at each other's throats.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
We ended up being cool, but you get older, we ended up being cool after high school.
Yeah.
I'll say he's my best friend, but I see, hey, what's up, man? How you been?
Yeah, he's just chill.
Yeah, he's chill like that.
It's just for some reason y'all was at each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't even remember why we were at each other. No, he was really provoking. He's really, and he would talk shit. So.
Uh-oh.
There's that. Did it cut off?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, not the audio, so. If anything, add the audio to the blank screen. Well, let's do an outro and then call it a day.
Yeah, we don't really got to do an outro. We just end it.
Well, let's not end it on the fart like you did last time, you dipshit.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. Okay. But anyway, we lost the video, but thank you guys. It's been a nice run. But thank you guys for checking out the No Soi Podcast. Anything you want to say?
Like, comment, subscribe.
All that cool stuff. It really
share with your friends.